maybe it's just me, bro. I don't know, but you niggas is weird. One, to me, it's just simple. James Harden don't want to be held accountable. D'Antoni is the worst defensive coach in NBA history. Ain't gonna win shit. Ain't won shit as the head coach. And he easy to run over. So James is trying to continue to be around close to D'Antoni so he can't be held accountable. And then again, what type of dude is you? The Rockets finally get a young black coach. A young black coach get an opportunity, and you don't want to show up to camp. You don't want to play for him. How that look? And you wonder why every time a black coach get a job, they put him in a bullshit situation. Look what you doing. What a real one would do is go play for that black coach and make him look good and build with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, some real ones. But obviously, you want to chase rappers around.
All right, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. What you just seen here with Steven Jackson, Captain Jack, keeping it too real, too trilly down there from Port Arthur, Texas. They're basically calling out James Harden, man. So let's talk about it. Give my synopsis on it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And it's just, to me, James Harden just got too many strikes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he don't want to. You know, he wore that Blue Lives Matter. People say, "Oh, James Harden didn't know what that mean," and this, that, and the third. Come on, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You get a young black coach, Paul Silas' son, get an opportunity. Obviously, he didn't get the opportunity to get the Rockets where they was pretty much at their pinnacle with D'Antoni. He got the raw end of the deal where they got rid of Robert Covington and, you know, got rid of Russell Westbrook, so he didn't get a chance to work with that. But then again, Russell Westbrook got up out of there, and he said it wasn't because of Paul Silas, I forget his name, so that he didn't want to stay there. He felt like he was being blamed. Chris Paul was being blamed. Dwight Howard was being blamed and being a scapegoat by James Harden. Now, and also Kevin McHale, when he coached there, was scapegoated by James Harden and also Dwight Howard. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, share the video. I appreciate the love, support, everybody showing the channel. And just keep sharing the videos. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. And my whole thing is James Harden is a straight up raccoon, in my opinion. You know, and then, you know, like Captain Jack say, you going around chasing rappers. What heterosexual man give another man a big ass gift, a bag full of honey? But man, the real niggas don't do that. If my homeboy come over for my birthday, oh, all right, you ain't got to pay to get in the club. We going to the club. Oh, hey, here, man, I bought you a bottle. Drink, man, don't no heterosexual masculine man give a grown man a bag full of honey buns. All that shit. Oh, Kanye gifted Drake a tank. Man, that shit gay. Hey, nigga, that shit gay, Riley. I mean, here we. But it is, man. Come on, when you a kid, you have Mickey, well, not Key, Chuck E. Cheese birthday, your homie and mama bring you something. Like, real talk, what heterosexual man sit here and give another heterosexual man a bag full of honey buns? Who do that? You know what I'm saying? That's just real spill, man. So you sitting here, you know, caked up with little baby, getting the honey buns and all this, that, and the third. Get out of here, man. Trying to live a rapper's life. That's why he can't win nothing. He too busy at the strip clubs eating hot wings and not being dedicated to his craft. James Harden is just somebody that's content with losing. He could content with putting up all these numbers. He like a baby LeBron. See, LeBron had to win because he's the face of the league. James ain't got to. But LeBron ain't content. He ain't content with just putting up numbers, but he really is. So he didn't already got the championships. He just trying to break every record so he can say he better than Michael Jordan. But the number one thing about in the league and in sports is about winning. Wayne Gretzky wouldn't be the hockey GOAT if he didn't win. If Peyton Manning never got a championship, you can't beat him in there with Brady, Montana, Favre, Rodgers, and those type of guys. You couldn't put him up there even with Drew Brees or with Ben Roethlisberger. You couldn't put him up there in that same path. James Harden is like a miniature thinking LeBron. All right, I know I ain't gonna get no championship. Let me put up the greatest numbers that I can so I can get praise. Man, numbers don't mean nothing in this no defense, no hand check, no physicality era. It doesn't mean nothing. So you can put all your money, your numbers up in the regular season every year. I'm not gonna hit the reset button like the Super Nintendo. I'm not gonna hit that button and forget what James Harden did last postseason. That's what we talked about earlier in the Kyrie video. We talked about how bad the NBA analyst is. No, it's the LeBron video I did last night. The NBA analyst is bad. Every year, they hit the reset button on James Harden. They forget how bad he was in the play. Remember the year they played Golden State and they could have went up 2-0 and James Harden mimicked the game One from game 2, he fumbled the ball, lost it out of bounds, and Golden State went on to win it. He did it to back-to-back games. Had he stepped up and did what Jordan, did what Bird, did what Magic, did what Kareem would have did, the Rockets would have went up 2-0 on the Golden State Warriors. But he fumbled the ball. Remember, they lost the game when they were supposed to win, and San Antonio conceded it, and they rested Kawhi Leonard in Game 6, and he still lost it at home in Houston. Like, get out of here. James Harden, it's repetitive. He's an annual loser. Every time the playoffs come around, you can't tell me his MVPs matter. They don't. Giannis MVPs don't really matter. He was the most valuable player, but then again, you get to the playoffs and you fall in your face every year. Giannis got way more room to win. You know, James Harden is just not a winner. He's not going to be your first best player on the team. He showed Oklahoma City Thunder he couldn't be the third best player and handle responsibilities coming off the bench and push them to a championship. James Harden is one of the most hollow statistical players I ever seen. He's a bum when it comes to winning. I'd rather go get Lenny Cook right now to win me a playoff series than James Harden. Shit, give me Danny Manning. Give me 50-something year old, 60-something year old Hakeem Olajuwon. Give me Tim Duncan. James Harden is not a winner, and that's a fact. And every year, these NBA analysts, Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, and Skip Bayless, you know, all these dudes, and I'm not talking about NBA TV, they real. But all these dudes, and not Shaq and Kenny, they part of NBA TV. Like every year they forget James Harden. Oh, he's the greatest scorer I've ever seen. Of course you can't score when you can't elbow nobody, push nobody, slap nobody, bump nobody. Of course you can go out there and score. He ain't nowhere near the greatest scorer of all time if you can't do it in winning time. You know, they talk about Reggie Miller was a by far better player than James Harden in the playoffs. Reggie showed up. James Harden don't even show up. He might as well put PTO days in. You feel me? And every year, they sit here and they forget he's a bum. You telling me he better than Allen Iverson? Never. You could tell me the numbers, but I seen him with my own eyes. Allen Iverson played in a more physical era. Even Dwayne Wade played in a harder era. He cannot be better. You can say he averaged more points, all that shit. It don't matter. Dwayne Wade took his team to a championship, and don't forget, Shaquille O'Neal was ran down the nose. He was a, what you call it? He was a, I can't think of the word right now. Like, he was like a, what they call it in the NFL? He was like a deterrent, but he didn't work. He was like a guy that was there, but he really didn't do much. Somebody in the comment section of the word, I'm just doing a brain fart. But he was just a guy there they had to respect. And Dwayne Wade went up, he averaged 40 points. How can you say he better than Wade off a number? Okay, he had a great regular season. You want a cookie for that? James Harden playing for stats, and then again, like Steven Jackson said, all of a sudden now you want to trip when the Black Authority. And been told y'all James Harden won't care about what black people. Oh, he gave this much money away. Mark Cuban saved Delonte West, but don't change the fact that he called Kenyon Martin a thug to his mama's face, which Kenyon Martin should have broke that white man's neck straight up and down. Shout out to Kenyon Martin, Saginaw in the house. What up, Sag Nasty? But at the same time, James Harden, the raccoon, y'all just gotta face it. He is. Blue Lives Matter. Oh, I didn't know what that meant. Get out of here. Get all this racial tension going on. No strip clubs up. You didn't know what it meant. And then all of a sudden the black coach get there. Then you want to quit. You want to play. Well, the Rockets owner is a Donald Trump owner. He's been a Trump supporter since Trump been in office 4 years ago. That's a weak excuse. Russell Westbrook can leave because you try to scapegoat him. James Harden don't take no responsibility for himself. And then again, he don't care about black people neither. Why you not going there and play for that coach? And if it don't work, then leave. He want to leave because he don't want to take responsibility. He don't want to be the guy. He want to join the Brooklyn Nets and be a second fiddle. But that's what he is. He's a second fiddle player. He'll never be Michael. He'll never be Kobe. He'll never be LeBron. He'll never be Kawhi. He can't lead nobody nowhere. He couldn't even lead you to pass go on Monopoly. James Harden is remember another number 3 player. He choked the finals. Had he did what he did in the Mavericks series in the regular season, Oklahoma City Thunder probably beat the Miami Heat without a little cheating from the refs. Steven Jackson is 100% right. He's 100% right. James Harden is a punk. He's a raccoon. He don't want to take no responsibility. He want to leave and get an easy ring. His mama, he just want to go out there and get a ring. Boy, come on, man. What is he, a 2-time MVP, 1-time MVP? And you already looking to beat Gary Payton and Karl Malone? Karl Malone, unfortunately, ran up against Michael Jordan, and it is what it is. Gary Payton, unfortunately, ran up into Michael Jordan. But one thing about it, they both got their teams to NBA championships. You can't even get out the West. And I guarantee you couldn't even get out the East. So don't talk to me about no James Harden. Been telling y'all, he ain't nothing but Peyton Manning in the regular season. And my thing is, he probably couldn't even be Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning eventually got over the hump with Tony Dungy. James Harden may never get over the hump unless he joined Brooklyn. And KD said, I don't even want him. I'm not talking about James Harden. You think I want him on my team again? KD said he choked in the finals. He ain't show up. Get out of here. So he can railroad and scapegoat me? At least I know Kyrie going to show up in the championship. And Steven Jackson, I respect him for holding his brother accountable. I respect him for calling him out because James Harden ain't nothing but a punk raccoon. And that's the God honest truth about James Harden. James Harden, he just showed me too many times. All of a sudden, when a brother get here, you want to act funny. Like he said, Mike D'Antoni didn't hold him responsible for nothing. The worst defensive coach in the league. And you could put up there right behind him, Donnie Nelson was another terrible defensive coach. And all the time, why Zaddy leave James Harden? I've been telling y'all about James Harden. That Blue Lives Matter junk, like my mama said, that wasn't no fucking mistake. I wouldn't want James Harden on my team, and then he want to go to Milwaukee after you talk that junk about Giannis. Oh, he ain't got no skill. He ain't did. Now you want to go join him. You want to be under his titty, his nutsack. Get out of here, James Harden. You a clown. You a punk. Making LA look bad. And then you're going to do your homeboy Russell Westbrook like you did Chris Paul. Come on, man. Y'all talking about Kobe was a bad teammate. Shaq was a bad teammate. This dude is a bad teammate. Can't take responsibility. And until he take responsibility, he won't get over the hump unless he go get an easy ring. How about you buy yourself your contract and go win a ring with LeBron? You put that bad luck charm on LeBron, he probably won't win another ring. James Harden is terrible. And the Pelicans got the firepower to get James Harden, but why would you want to get somebody that ain't going to do nothing and not show up in the playoffs? Been telling y'all about James Harden, man. It's a malarkey, man. Hey, let me know what you guys think about what Captain Jack said. Shout out to Steven Jackson, Port Arthur in the house. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Fastest way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We got a Facebook group. You want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Appreciate the love, support. We go.